Wait a second, this is other people's apartment. Are you an adventurer of good reputation? Have low to moderate suicidal tendencies, looking for a cozy home to call your own, but too low on funds for one? How would you like a free-in room? That's right, completely free, no catch. Just seek out Velan de Mary at your local inn for more information about this extinct ownership opportunity. Okay.
You're a ray of sunshine on a gray and dismal day. Come on in and make yourself at home.
Ah, nice poopy, nice poopy. You're a nice dog.
Kiba isn't too fond of Red Mountain. She didn't like Ash Mountain much either. I think she just has something against volcanoes. Or mountains.
So you're new to Fifarneville.
When the pact formed, I told myself it was time to visit our newfound allies. So I've been to the swamps of the lizards and the lands of the puny elves. It's been a great journey so far, but Kiba hates to travel.
Really? Anyway, why bring your dog then?
Shore's bones, you expect me to travel alone? Or worse yet, you want me to leave poor Kiba with my mother? That would just be cruel. I wouldn't want to wish that on a dog. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, anyway, I'll see you later. Bum, 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 bum. I need to open my map. Uh, huh. Where is this? I'm getting lost. This is not what I want. It's a sunny bright day. It's a sunny bright day. I love the sunny bright day. Oh, the sun. Everything seems good. We're going to go to there. Oh, sorry.
I sense you know of our plight. Have you come here to help my tribe?
Well, I was told you have information on retrieving items from
The
Nekhilef.
Zainab tribe has worked within the ruins for generations. We were recently driven out by a band of Ashlander exiles, and do not have the skills or warriors to take it back. It is a blessing that the temple agreed to help.
Well, why do you need me to collect these items?
Before the attack, we had already gathered items for shipment. I believe these particular pieces are of great value, and I hope selling them will get my tribe back on their feet. The task may be dangerous.
I see.
But it is our only chance to move on.
Can you tell me more about Nekhilef?
The history of the ruins have always been a mystery to my people. I can tell you no more than our own eyes will see. You will meet with exiles when you first enter, but I doubt they have found a way to control the constructs found deeper within.
What kind of work did your tribe do in the ruins?
Some Ashlanders farm the land, others hunt. My tribe harvested the tulip for parts and tools of value. Through trade, we were able to make a living this way. Now that the exiles have hold of the ruins, I'm not sure what we'll do next.
Okay, goodbye. I'll tell you later. Need my map. Talk to Phil, the Countess. Okay, let's run. Whoa. Ah, so this is Vilga Countess. Hello, madam.
Tell me you're here about my request. I can't afford to waste another minute.
Yeah, I know. I'm here about the job you posted.
About time. I was almost starting to think no one would come. An Nereid caused one of our ships to run aground. I need you to recover what you can and dispose of the creature before it can cause any more damage, namely, to my career.
And how did a Nereid wreck a ship?
Apparently, it sang a little song, and all of my well-respected sailors just went belly up and ran the ship ashore. From what I can gather, this isn't the first time it's happened either. Really, I've never heard of something so outlandish.
Can you tell me about the sailors protecting the Nereid?
Sailors, pirates, oh, it has quite the little collection. Whoever doesn't drown ends up under its spell, including some of my own workers. We've made several attempts, but they cannot be reasoned with. Just make sure they don't get in your way.
You seem pretty upset by all this.
You know, you go out into the world with big dreams, like being successful and worldly and ridiculously wealthy, and then your first big shipment is destroyed by a singing Nereid, and you really start to question things, namely your career choices.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Well, I'll see what I can do. Goodbye. Oh, hmm. Okay, I think I'm lost. Aha.
This is bad. This is very, very bad.
Hello.
You look well traveled, friend. Are you, by chance, going to Sadrith Mora? I can make it worth your while.
What's in Cedric Mora?
Opportunity. Or that's what I thought, until I angered Deveth Fair by failing to deliver the special mushrooms he ordered on time. Lost the shipment. Now I'm in a bind. I have the mushrooms, but I'm afraid Fair will evaporate me for late delivery.
I see. And why won't he evaporate me for delivering these mushrooms?
You aren't at fault for the late delivery, so Fair shouldn't do anything to you. Won't do anything to you, I mean. I guarantee it. Besides, I'll let you keep the payment he owes me as well. I'd rather avoid the situation altogether at this point.
Alright, I'll deliver your mushrooms for you.
You're saving my life here, friend. I don't
Yeah,
dare
don't mention
refuse
it.
the order, but I also don't want to meet a displeased Telvanni.
Uh, uh, can I ask you a few questions though?
For someone who's helping me out this much, you can ask as many as you like.
How do I get to Cedric Mora?
Sadrith Mora is up on the eastern coast, so you could walk, but I wouldn't recommend it. Talk to Cinda, our local navigator. She can sail you up there on her next trip. That's how I was going to get there until I missed my delivery time.
Will the fire actually vaporize you for a late
The
shipment?
Telvanni aren't like you and I, friend. They're powerful and quick to anger and have no qualms about harming those who displease them.
What's so special about these mushrooms?
No clue. If a Telvanni mage wants them, I can only suppose they have magical properties. You won't see me putting them in any of my stews, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. Okay, well, see you later. See the map. Let's run. Let's jump. Woohoo! Ooh, the water is freezing. And I cannot. Ooh. Damn, the frog. It's. Oh, the water is freezing. Oh, da, 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 da. Ooh. And I'm trapped. Oh, I cannot. Oh. This is really bad choice. Map. Okay. We need to go to left. The water is freezing here. Oh. Oh. Okay, I'm a little bit confused here. Okay, I think I'm a little bit lost. To change the email.
Finest quality merchandise.
Go. Never mind, I want to finish this quest first. Oof. I'm wet and I'm pissed off. Whoa! Oof. Okay, I lost it. Oof. Oh, hey, that's not funny. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh. Ah, finally I meet you here.
We're just about ready to set sail. I don't know about you, but the moonlit is looking a little too close for comfort these days.
Yeah, can you take me somewhere else in Vivarnevel? Like,
We're headed to Sadrith Mora, if that's where you'd like to go. Just decide quick. I want to sail on the next tide.
okay, I'll come back to you later. Do you hunger for knowledge? The Mage Guild seeks only the most talented, smartest, and skilled for its ranks. Do you have what it takes? Seek out Kurinor at the Vivek City Guild Hall in St. Elaine's Canton. Should find Kurinor at the Mage Guild. And ready for adventure, the fighter ghost is looking for strong heart and stout arm to combat the deadly threat. Seek out Azizer in Saint Elaine Canton today. Okay, so find Azizer at the Factor's Guild.
I don't like the way the mountain rumbles these days. Makes me glad we're about to set sail and leave all this disaster behind us.
Can you take me somewhere else in, can you take me to
I
distant
was
shore?
planning on sailing to Sadrith Mora next, but I don't mind taking you to an Alliance capital. Trade is always good in the capitals.
Take me to Elden Root in the Mary Dominion.
You seek.
We can find room, depending on your destination.
Ah, never mind. I talk to you later.
Greetings. My benefactor wishes to speak to you about a matter that could affect the fate of our world.
And what does your benefactor want?
If my benefactor wished to discuss details in the open, why send a messenger? The matter is for your ears only.
Where can I find
A
them?
passenger cabin in the interim suitor down at the docks. Do not tarry.
I'll seek them out. Whoa! Did she just do that?
I've done more than hear about it.
In the mood for a little trip? I can take you to Vardenfell. Ports of call include Saint-Denis and Vivek City.
I'll talk to you later.
All this way and for nothing. It's a disgrace. I fought by King Camoran Eradan's side in the Civil War. Things got so bad we had to eat leather cut from our own armor. Even then, I never heard this amount of whining coming from the High Elves and the Khajiit about their embassy.
I don't understand what you're talking about. I just got here. Sorry, man.
The High Elves promised the Khajiit an embassy, but they dragged their feet. Now the Khajiit have their tails in a knot. I wrote a letter to the king about it. Came all the way from Haven. But now I have to leave before I can deliver it.
And why cannot you deliver
I
the
just
letter?
heard pirates attacked Haven. I need to head back and see if they ransacked my home. If you're here to petition the king, would you bring him my letter? I wasn't boasting. I did fight by his side. My seal will let you bypass the lie.
Okay, okay. Just give me the letter. I'll talk to the king. That's a nice ride.
Please, listen to me for just a moment. It's very important.
Talk.
Doom has come to Craglorn. The stars have vanished from the sky. Will no one listen? Will no one help?
The stars have vanished, and what you're talking about.
I'm an initiate in the Order of Stargazers. We study the stars and their influence on Tamriel. Not long ago, we noticed irregularities in 3 of the star signs. Shortly thereafter, strange armies overran Craglorn.
And
One
how
of
can
our
I help?
order, Hara, is leading our efforts to stop these attacks. But we are not warriors. This cart will take you to Belkarth in Craglorn, where you can speak to her personally. Please, help us.
Very well. I'll aid you as best as I can.
How about a coin or two?
Oh. Hey, man.
I didn't put any stock into the words of those stargazers until I saw my first sand giant. It cut a horse in half. I haven't run so fast since I was stealing meat on the streets of Riften. Now we're all listening a bit more closely.
I'm looking for the stargazers. Do you know where they are?
Everyone is these days. Funny how a few months ago, they were just a bunch of star-obsessed loonies. Now, they're the only folks with any idea what's going on. Their observatory is up on top of that big hill there. Can't miss it.
Okay, goodbye.
Speak quickly. I am very busy and our order is stretched to the breaking point.
Look, I understand you've been having some problems. I'm here to help.
Of course. I'm sorry. You've come to help us and I'm being rude.
Yes, you are. Anyway, I need to know I need to know the situation and tell me what's going on here.
Then I'll start from the beginning. A short while ago, the 3 guardian star signs, the warrior, the mage, and the thief, vanished from the night sky.
What happened?
I wish I knew. I've studied the stars my whole life. I've heard them speak, but now they're silent. It's eerie. All I know is when the Guardians disappeared, 3 powerful beings started attacking Craglorn. They call themselves the Celestials.
The Celestials. Remind me of Star-Lord.
I don't know. It's not a name I'd ever heard before. 2 of the Celestials identify themselves as the Warrior and the Mage. The third, strangely, calls himself the Serpent, after the 13th constellation. The thief is nowhere to be found.
Okay, so what do you need me to do?
Stargazers consists of scholars who are no match for the current threat. We need champions to face the Warrior, the Mage, and the Serpent, and, if possible, to find the thief. Join us. Be our strong arm, our sharp sword against the Celestials.
Okay, I'll join you.
Thank you. We have a lot of work to do. But first, you must become an official member of our order. Enter the Circle of Stars and accept our blessing.
Okay, let's do this.
Stars above, let this new light do your will.
Accept them, O stars.
Let them always follow where you lead.
Oh, please aid them.
And bless them to restore those who have fallen from glory, our missing guardians.
Oh, please bless them.
We must talk. Do not be afraid. I am a friend.
Oh man, where am I? Is this some kind of dream? Who are you again? Oh, you're the thief, okay.
Forgive me. I did not know any other way to contact you without revealing myself. Even now, the Serpent's followers, the Scaled Court, are searching for me.
Who are you?
I am the Celestial Thief. I appeared with the other Guardians when the Serpent broke free and manifested in Tamriel. One by one, the Serpent trapped the others. First the Warrior, then the Mage. He wants to do the same to me.
Are you saying the Serpent is controlling the other Guardians?
Yes. They attacked Craglorn against their will. Listen. The Serpent's nature is chaos. He wants to undermine the very order of reality. He will not stop with Craglorn.
And how do we stop him?
My power alone is not enough. You must free the other Guardians. I will help you as much as I dare, but the Serpent is looking for me. If he ensnares me as he has the others, all is lost.
Okay, so how do I free the Guardians?
Hara and the Stargazers will help you. Use their knowledge. Look for the presence of the Scaled Court. Where they are, the Serpent is surely at work. But you must not tell anyone you saw me. The Serpent's followers are everywhere.
Are you really the thief constellation?
In a way. Just as you might look at a picture of the star signs and say, that's the thief, or that's the warrior. Just so, I'm the thief. Or one way of seeing the thief.
Tell me about the Guardians.
Of the 12 rightful star signs, it's the Guardian's duty to protect the lesser signs, our charges, against the destructive ways of the Serpent. With the warrior and mage under the Serpent's control, their charges are vulnerable. So is Tamriel.
You know, Hara?
It would be surprising if I didn't. The Stargazers are only dimly aware of it, but they carry an ancient legacy as students of the star signs. Their devotion has not gone unnoticed.
Okay, I'll see what I can do, okay? I'll talk to Hara. Oh man, I'm thirsty. I need a drink. And I need to eat. I hate books. Another drink. Another drink. Another drink. Another drink and eat cheese. Oh, there's a genie in a bottle. Drink. Oops. Cheese. I hate books. Well, I'll see you later.
You have been accepted by the stars above. You are now one of us. The stars have accepted you. I just hope it is not too late. Volumes of prophecy have been written about the stars, but not even the oracles foresaw these events.
Where should I
Gather
start?
allies before you leave the city. You'll need loyal friends to face the armies of the warrior, the mage, and the serpent. Return to me each time you learn something new. I will use what you learn to devise a plan to defeat the Celestials. It appears that the serpent has gathered the bulk of his forces in the mountainous region to the north and sealed himself within. So much the better. That gives us a chance to learn what we can about this threat and plan a defense.
What do we do? What do we know about the Celestial Warrior?
Tradition holds that the warrior is one of the guardians who defends the other stars against the serpent. But the warrior celestial who has recently appeared is no friend. He commands a merciless army of ancient Yokudan warriors called the Ankara.
What can you tell me about the Ankara?
All I know is they are ancient and dangerous. I've heard intriguing rumors from the Daggerfall Covenant outpost to the west of a champion who appeared about the same time as the Ankara. That may be a good place to start looking for answers.
Where should I start investigating the warrior appearance in Cracklorn?
One of our number, Errol, has been examining old Nedic writings on the subject. He hopes to find insight into the Celestial's sudden appearance. Errol is smart, but he's not exactly battle-hardened. I'd be grateful if you'd help him.
I'd like to talk about the Celestial
Tradition
Mage.
holds that the mage, the warrior, and the thief are the guardian star signs. But the magical events in the foothills of Craglorn, including an ever-growing army of Atronachs, suggest that the mage has fallen under the serpent's control.
You think the mage is summoning Atronach?
The Atronachs were originally summoned by a circle of conjurers from the city of Elenhir to defend Craglorn against the Dark Anchors. But it's clear they're answering to another master now. And if anything, their numbers are growing.
How do we stop them?
I'm at a loss. The conjurers who summoned the Atronachs have disappeared. But since the Atronachs were summoned to defeat the Dark Anchors, perhaps the Dolmens hold a clue.
You mentioned other magical events.
Strange things. Difficult to describe. A large spell scar in the middle of the desert. And the appearance of two high elves in Belkarth, each claiming to be the mage herself. It's as if the mage tried to fight back against the serpent and lost.
Do you think there's any truth to the High Elf's woman's claims?
I wouldn't rule it out, but I haven't had time to look into their claims. You're free to investigate, but be wary of a trap. The serpent could simply be baiting us. Last I heard, the women were still at the Crossroads Tavern here in Belkarth.
Okay, I'll try to find her. See you later.
Help! Please! Many lives are at stake. Please, you must help. There was a terrible accident. My colleague is in grave danger.
Tell me what happened.
My colleague, Kelman Locke. We're sorcerers. He leads my circle, or Lehadai. We sought to shatter a dark anchor at its base. To show the Fighters Guild we can do it more efficiently, so we traveled to the Proving Grounds Dolmen. But our plan went horribly awry.
So, how also?
The Circle summoned Atronachs to destroy the dark anchor. Instead, they turned on the Circle. One of the Celestials must have caused it. I'm no conjurer. I wasn't next to the summoning when it happened. It's the only reason I escaped to seek help.
Okay, I'll travel to the Proving Grounds Dolmen and see what I can learn, okay? Why do I get trapped here? It's night and I need to sleep. Oh. Oof. Oof. Strong legs. Where is it? Oh man, I need the cake.
I wish I had time to help Errol, but my hands are full right now. These are dark times, and the Stargazers are a shadow of who we once were, but our role remains more important than ever.
Is there anything you need help with?
Me? Oh, I'm just picking up supplies for the observatory. Not a task for someone who has seen and done all that you have. Errol, on the other hand, was going on about ancient ruins and magical amulets or some such. It all sounded very exciting.
Who's
A
Errol?
researcher. Very bright, but often too absorbed in his work, if you ask me. Still, I like to help him when I can. Right now, he's on the trail of... Oh, it's better if you just ask him about it. I just get it all wrong.
I'll talk to Errol.
Out to sea one day, if cool your bed off her head.
I bring an urgent message from Rhea Opacarius, Chief Oracle of the Twilight Queen Azura.
What does this Oracle of Azura want?
Best discuss that with Rhea. Too many eyes and ears here. She awaits you in the Cloudy Dregs Inn in Wayrest.
Fair enough. I'll meet Rhea in Wayrest.
Mother's pride and joy. Oh, how we mourn our good man Tom, who swore he'd cash the dread.
Cause any trouble and you'll be sorry.
If cool your at him whole, and then
Excuse me. Hara says you've joined our number. That's very exciting, because I believed I've discovered something that could help us understand who or what the Celestials really are.
I'm listening. I'm all ears.
Certain Nedic writings suggest this isn't the first time the Celestials have appeared in Craglorn. They're legends mostly, but there's truth in them. They describe apex stones that connect the Celestials to Tamriel in some fashion.
And how does that help us?
I believe I know the location of the warrior's apex stone. It's written, "In Kardala, the warrior waits." But the way is sealed. We need a Nedic high priest's amulet to enter. Unfortunately, the needs disappeared centuries ago.
So how do we reach the warrior's apex stone?
Go to the ruin of Shada's Tyr, the site of an ancient Nedic temple. I'm confident we can find the amulet we need there. But be wary. Wards protect the place, and I've heard that vicious goblins roam the upper levels.
Tell me more about the Needis.
We don't know a lot about them. They were an early race who settled in Craglorn. What history we do know tells a tale of enslavement and invasion. The Dwemer, the Aelids, and finally, the Yakudans all had their way with the Needs.
What's the connection between the Nedic priest and the Skystone amulet?
The Needs apparently followed a variety of customs and religious practices, adapting to whatever invaders were currently overwhelming them. One of those customs was star worship. The Skystone amulet was a symbol of the priestly office.
What can you tell me about the Met Harness?
Vedic writings suggest that the Needs may have been slaves at sites like Mitharnaz, and they may have adopted some dwarven practices. But the dwarves are such a mystery, it's impossible to guess what those practices might have been.
What do you expect to learn from the warrior's apex stone?
Nedic writings talk about the apex stones in a variety of ways, but they all agree that there is a connection between the stars and these stones. If we can understand that connection, perhaps we can find out how to stop the Celestials.
I'll see what I can do.
The Celestial Mage? In peace. You were at the observatory earlier, weren't you?
I thought I saw you talking to Hara. Are you going to visit the tavern? If so, watch out for 2 lunatic high elves. I don't know if they're dangerous, but you can never tell.
What you're talking
The
about?
2 high elves inside the tavern claim, quite loudly in fact, that they are aspects of the mage. The very celestial that fell from our starry skies. I took my drink and came out here. My companion, not so lucky.
Did they want
They're
something?
asking the stargazers to help them put the pieces back together or some such nonsense. Even offered to let me touch some strange relic to see the truth. But let me tell you, nothing good has ever come from touching strange relics.
Yeah, I can tell you that. Thank you for the information. I'll look into it.
When the high elves approach you, remember that I warned you. Those women have a strange way of spotting anything related to the stargazers. And guess what? If you're working with Hara, you're related to us now.
Can you tell me anything about these high elves? Can you tell anything more?
They've been making a nuisance of themselves in Belkarth for the last few days. Claim they need to speak to Hara of the Stargazers immediately. Of course Hara hasn't been available, so they came here to wait.
Did they meet with Hara yet?
No, and that's why we're here. Hara wanted us to make sure they had legitimate business with the Stargazers before she sees them. But all I found out is that they're legitimately crazy. Still, I kind of want to believe them, you know?
Have they given you a reason not to believe them?
Well, for one thing, all of the pictures of the constellations portray the mage as a bearded old man. For another, shouldn't the Celestials look more, I don't know, intimidating?
Dunno. Well, let's see.
I hope you've got deep, loose pockets.
Yes, we are wasting time repeating ourselves to a lackey.
I'm trying to understand what you just told me. There are other versions of you elsewhere in Craiglawn?
As we explained, and with exceptional clarity, we are merely aspects of the one you call the Celestial Mage. Even as we stand here, the Serpent seeks to control us all. Even now he gathers our aspects to use as his own, assembling them into a false mage who is entirely in his control.
Yes, of course. Whatever you say. I'll talk to Hara, but I can't make any promises. The constellations have disappeared from the sky, and we have other things to deal with right now. Good God, these high elves are mad.
The stars shine before him, pleading for help, and he's too busy looking at the empty sky to realize it. A drink, then, to ease our patience. You, mortal servant, deliver us your finest... what's the word? Ale?
Ale, but the brewer serves drinks in the other room.
Ah, you're here at last. Do not be confused. We foresaw your arrival. The one who has walked across the plains and faced down gods. Or do we speak of things still to come? Time is much more fluid among the stars.
You seem to know who I am, but I don't think we've been properly introduced.
We are the one you call the Celestial Mage. Or at least 2 aspects of a larger whole. The Serpent shattered us. Weakened us. He plans to control us piece by piece, aspect by aspect.
How did such thing happen?
Hold still but a moment and we will show you. Witness the treachery of the Serpent.
Whoa!